All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny California. Tonight, IndyCar Brazil heads to Long Beach. Race number 4 in that 2019 Indy Z-Car Series. It's 45 laps of sheer terror tonight here at Long Beach, man. It's going to be a great one. Of course, it's going to be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Thanks so much for joining us. Should be a fun one. Here we go. Well, it's Cali, baby. It's Long Beach. It's Indy Cars, and it is IndyCar Brazil. All right, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Appreciate you coming out. Right now we are in the qualification session. What a tough track we have in store for you tonight. It's Long Beach, baby. Just a shad under 2 miles in length, a street course located in Long Beach, California. Combination of asphalt and concrete, 11 turns, and man, there is not a lot of opportunity for error here because it's a tight track. You get some really, really high speed straights, but man, the turns are tight, and there really isn't an overrun area there to compensate if you miss a turn. You're going to get into the wall, so you got to be very, very careful tonight here at Long Beach. Looks like Gary Madew's joining us in here. Oh my gosh. How about that? Arriba, Adara. All right. Up and away. Good to see Gary in here joining us. Checking in on the IndyCar Brazil, guys. take a look at the current point standings here in IndyCar Brazil. Benor Silva, 134 points in first. Ismael Cobas just behind in the second position. Neto Vidal is third. Edson Luis is fourth. Eldon Mueller sits in the fifth position. You see Thiago Facchini, Edgelson Carneiro, Olafo Cesar, Julio Caligari, and Anderson Ferreira rounding out the top 10. Tonight's race is brought to you by IndyCar Brazil. You want to do some IndyCar racing, you want to do some stock car racing, you can also do a lot of other types of racing too, some GT3, DTMs, all sorts of different fun races, different kinds of mods these guys try. But right now, man, we are in mid-season here, IndyCar Brazil, with the Indy Z-Car Series 2019 style. Looks like we're in the warm-up session. About 5 minutes left here in warm-up. Benor Silva is the pole sitter here tonight. Ismael Cobas is going to start in the second position. Michel Mendonça is going to start third. Edson Luis fourth. Edgelson Carneiro is fifth. See Anderson Ferreira, Thiago Facchini, Julio Caligari, Wilson Rashid, Edders Magel rounding out the top 10. Take a look at the schedule here in the Indy Z-Car Series. Of course, tonight, Long Beach, 45 laps. Indianapolis GP, the road course there, coming up next week. And then the Indy 500 on August the 5th. 120 laps there at that famed oval. So we're going to spend a little bit of time in Indy. How about that? What a great one. That'll be Circuit of America's coming up on August the 12th. You see Road America, August the 19th. Toronto, August the 26th, and back to some ovals there. Iowa coming up on September the 2nd. Mid-Ohio, Pocono, and Laguna Seca rounding out the schedule. Well, hey, man, it is Indy. It's the IndyCar Brazil, and these guys are in Cali. You know what they say? You're going back to Cali. Cali, going back to Cali. I don't think so. That's what LL Cool J said. Well, we are in Cali tonight, and I'll tell you what, after the race, we're going to probably go out to the beach and see if we can't find some friends with bikinis. Hey, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I thought I'd wear my sunglasses tonight, man, because we are in sunny California, Southern California, baby. Thanks for joining me here on the YouTube channel. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the thumbs up button. If you don't, well, I guess you don't have to hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Share these videos anywhere you can share YouTube videos. And then if you'd like, you can hit the donate button up in the banner of the channel. Any type of support that you bring coming out and watching the races or whatever that case may be, I say thank you very much. Have a lot of fun with these guys, man. These guys are some great, great characters. And how about this, man? Edson Luis coming in and says, Boa noite. Well, good luck to you tonight, Edson. He's, I'm sure, going to have a great night. We get about a couple minutes left here before we get the command to start the engines. Make sure our side-by-side is working. I think it is. There we go. Looks like it's working. I want to say also that you can, if you want to support us another way, you can also click down in the link description in this channel, or the race description on the Fanatic web link, and that'll definitely please me. if you would like, you can also purchase some equipment through them. If you want a wheel or pedals, looking for a wheelbase, definitely give those guys a look. Make sure our little graphics working. Hey, coming up on Friday, man, will be a New Hampshire Motor Speedway for race number 8 in the 2019 summer season. TurnLeft TV, High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series, 2 40-lap heat races and an 80-lap feature race. That's coming up on Friday. Don't forget tonight, baby, the Long Beach Grand Prix. Should be a great one. So we're getting ready to make it happen, boys and girls. 45 laps at this very, very famous road course, City Circuit, Long Beach, California.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, it is that time. "45 laps here at the Grand Prix of Long Beach, race number 4 in the 2019 Indy Z-Car Series. So sitting on the pole there is the 87 of Ben Silva. Starting in the second position is Ismael Cobas in that 12 car. The 14 car. Starting in third is Michelle Mendonça in the 2. Starting in the fourth position is Edson Luis in the 44. Starting in the fifth position is the 09 of Edgelson Carnero. Anderson Ferreira in the 86 car starts in the 6th position. Tiago Fassini in the 23 starts in the 7th position. Julio Caligari in the 33 starts in the 8th position. Starting in 9th is Elder Mueller. Come on, Elder, get out there in the 02. Enters Magel. And the 82 car starts in the 10th position. Neto Vidal starting in the 11th position. In 12th is the 54 of Carlos Leite. Wilson Rashid in the 47 is going to start in 13th. Come on, guys, get out there. Those guys, I think, have to start in the pits. Which I guess is okay. Might avoid the carnage, that's for sure. All right, man. Well, I tell you what, really, the thing to do here, I really believe, is just be patient, man. Drive the track, make sure you hit all the marks, and really be track aware, because when guys get in trouble, and maybe around the turn where you can't see them, you come around there and you got a roadblock. So you need to be very, very careful there. Be track aware. Notice, what's going on ahead of you. And if you see something really heating up there, it might be not be a bad idea to sort of back off there and just let it play out, so you can make your way through it. And if you got somebody breathing down your neck, it might not be a bad idea, at least early on, to let him go. So here we go. Bernard Silva on the pole here. Ismael Cobas in second.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Not a very good place to have the show the start. Bernard Silva safely out there in first, and man, they are tight behind him, and this is going to be scary right here. Body sort of getting through there. Looks like everything's okay so far. Michel Mendonça in the second position. Ismael Cobas is third. Edson Luis is fourth. Guys are really playing this pretty safe right now. It seems like no unnecessary chances here early in the race. This is a place where it gets a little crazy right there. They got that huge bump where you can get airborne and really upset the balance of your car. 87 of Bernard Silva leading the field. Michel Mendonça is second. Take a look at Elder Mueller here running in the 11th position in that 02. Remember, he started from the pits and has gained a couple positions there, so the 02 up to the 11th spot. Hearing some carnage here. That's not good. Looks like we've got somebody coming off track right there. Those Sinister Racing guys here is in a lot of trouble there. It looks like Ismael Cobas might have spun around here. We'll take a look and see what happened. He's racing there with Edson Luis. And oh, it gets tagged from behind and hard into the wall there. Hard back right into the wall. So Edson Luis and Ismael Cobas get together. We'll take a look at this again. See right here, I think Edson Luis just did not get slowed up quick enough, and he gets into the back of Ismael Cobas and sends him flying there, so he's going to definitely have to get some work done on that machine. Bernard Silva continuing to lead the field, but I'll tell you what, man, he has Michel Mendonça breathing down his neck right now. And there's the back of Bernard Silva's car. Michel Mendonça right there. These guys sort of run away from the field a little bit. So 1 and 2. Out to a pretty comfortable lead on the rest of these guys. Edson Luis sits in the third position. We'll take a look and see at him. And I don't see anything really missing on his car, so he might be okay. Probably has a little bit of damage, but at least he's got the front wing on that car, so good news for the 44. But I'm sure, he didn't get into the back of Ismael Cobas on purpose. It was one of those things where, you misjudge when you're going to brake or when somebody else is going to brake. And that type of thing happens, man. If we didn't have that risk of happening, who would get out here and race in the first place, right? Edgerson Carnero shown in the fourth position. Battle heating up there a little bit behind him. This is Giulio Caligari in the 33, and Tiago Fassini battling out for fifth. Look at Neto Vidal here trying to make a pass. Oh, looks like the 82 car might have gone off track there. Edders Magel might have gone off track, and oh man, he saves it though. No damage for him. That is a good news for that Jack Daniels machine. So no damage. But he lost a ton of positions. Ooh, Neto Vidal there almost gets into Anderson Ferreira. I'm not sure what happened to him. We'll take a look. Anderson Ferreira just comes around, it looks like. Oh, yeah, he just misjudges that turn there. He's going to try to go low, and he misjudged that turn. But nonetheless, everybody seems to get through okay, and he's going to be fine, I think. He's just going to, oh, man, Edders Magel, how about that, man? Great heads-up move there by him. He just barely gets around. Take a look at Carlos Leite here in that 54 car. right now running in the 9th position. Looking out the front of his machine at Elder Mueller running in 8th. Guys are pretty tight together here, you know, within about 2 seconds of one another. We got 4 guys. And then don't forget Wilson Rashid coming as well. Tough part of the track right there. Take a look at Anderson Ferreira. He's running in the 12th position now, trying to recover there after spinning that car. The good news is that he didn't get any damage on that machine, so very, very good news for them. But he's really got to make some, you know, play some catch up here to try to get back up to the field. Take a look at the 33 here, Giulio Caligari. Oh man, a little bit of braking issue right there, and he makes a little bit of contact with the tire barrier. He is going to lose a ton of positions here. So Giulio Caligari comes around, and those guys get through. We go on board here with Neto Vidal. Just ahead is Giulio Caligari, and you see him having trouble right there. And then keeps the car out of the tire barrier, but he's going to lose a ton of positions. Tiago Fassini here. And that Lowe's sponsors Chevy. Oh man, I think he might have had some warp right there. It looks like he might have warped into the wall. Hopefully that was just on my end and not on his. It didn't look like it damaged the car or anything. Tiago Fassini is running in the 5th position. Take a look at Michel Mendonça. Oh, Michel Mendonça into the wall. And I'll tell you what, man, I think Benor Silva might have had some trouble there too. I'm not sure if he's given up some spots there, and yeah, he's missing his front wing, so we've definitely had some contact there. Take a look here, see what happened. This is Michel Mendonça as he's on the brakes hard right there, and then Benor Silva overshoots that turn, and then contact. So 1 and 2 taken out, man. Oh no, man, those guys were. Look at this. He's really on the brakes right there, about halfway down that straight, or just before the turn, and then comes around the turn, and Benor Silva loses the back end of that car. And you see that car's coming around right there, and then comes back into traffic. Oh my heavens, man. See what Edson Luis saw here. He's got a roadblock right there. How does he get through that? How does Edson Luis make it through that? What a great move. My heavens. The man in black makes a good move. So he is now our race leader. Benor Silva has that car on pit lane, getting some service there. So a big shakeup here for our points leader. Edson Luis is now the new leader here. Edilson Carnero is 2nd. Tiago Fassini is 3rd. Neto Vidal is 4th. And that's what I'm saying is that, man, things happen around the turn. You can't see it because of the walls. And you see right there, Edson Luis almost overshoots that turn and gets into the tire barrier nearly. Edilson Carnero is breathing down his neck right now, looking out of the back of Edson Luis's machine at the 09 car. I'll tell you what, man, this battle is going to be side by side here before we know it. So Edilson Carnero in the 09, and over that hill there. As he's running in the 2nd position, looking at Edson Luis out of the front of his machine. Very bumpy track, slick, tight turns, and not a lot of opportunity for air here. You see very, very tight turn right there. You got to get really slowed down. Not a good camera view right there. I'm determined to get this camera over the fence and on the track. There we go. There's one. That battle's heating up here. I was messing around with the camera. Look at this, man. This baby is tight now. So Luis, Edelson Carnero, 1-2. This thing has been action-packed, man. Here we are on lap 9. We got 45 laps of this racing tonight. The 44 of Edson Luis is the race leader. The 09 of Edelson Carnero is second. Tiago Fassini shown in the third position. How about this? Neto Vidal having a great night here, shown in the fourth spot right now. So that 21 car hooked up here tonight, shown in fourth. Right now, Neto is about 22 seconds down, but really top 5 here, looking pretty good. Elder Mueller, man, he started way in the back, out of the pits, and now he has moved his way up to the 5th position. Wilson Rashid shown in 6th at 39.3 seconds back right now in that 47 car. Look at Edders Magel here. I think he might have overshot a turn again. And he makes a little contact there and loses the front end of that car. He's sort of dragging that front end around a little bit, that front wing. And he's going to lose a ton of positions. Definitely going to have to come in and get some service done on that Jack Daniels machine. Julio Caligari here in the 33 car, shown in the 7th position. Anderson Ferreira is shown in 8th in that 86 car. So the points leader, or excuse me, the race leader right now is Edson Luis in the 44. Edelson Carnero is in 2nd. This battle is tight. Looking out of the front down there on the right, bottom right there, looking out of the front of our 2nd place car at our race leader. What a tight battle here. I'll tell you what, man, I think that 09 is going to really try to set up a pass here before long. He is tight here with that 44. So Edson Luis is the race leader. Edelson Carnero in the 09 in that 09 Chevy in 2nd. Just to give you an idea of how hard this track is, man. You got to be up on your toes the whole way, man. There is no way you can rest on this track. You cannot lose your concentration. If you do, you're going to be in the wall in a hurry. And I'll tell you what, man, the 09 car is tight right there. Looks like he was wanting to try to get around. He is definitely keeping Edson Luis on his toes. Look at that, man. That is an easy turn to miss right there. And Edson Luis locks those brakes up. What a good battle right there. See Julio Caligari and Anderson Ferreira here running together. Oh, Anderson Ferreira spins that car, gets into the wall, and then he has got some damage there. He's going to have to get taken care of. Oh, my gosh, man. 86 car into the wall. And now in the 9th position, and he is undoubtedly going to have to pit that machine. Take a look at the Michelle Mendonça here trying to recover after he and Ben Silva got together. So they were running 1-2 and then got together, and both those guys had to come into the pits and get some service done. So right now Michelle Mendonça running in the 8th position. Take a look at Ben Silva here. He is running in 12. He's one lap down, trying to recover. He's just now trying to salvage a point tonight here and hope that some of these other guys have some trouble. Running up here in the 11th position is Edders Bagel in that 82 car. And he's also one lap down, shown in the 11th spot. Carlos Leite here in the 54, shown in the 10th position, one lap down. Take a look at Giulio Caligari in that 33. Got Edders Bagel there on the back end of him. Eder is in the 11th position. Giulio Caligari running in the 7th spot. Take a look at Carlos Leite here. He is running in the 11th position right now. Anderson Ferreira, I think he's had some more issues here. The front end of that car, he had that torn off there, and now he's trying to recover and is just trying to get his groove back there, and he spins around. Going to lose some positions here, but hopefully not going to get any damage. You see Giulio Caligari going by. Well, I'll tell you what, man, Edson Luis and Edgelson Carnero, that battle just will not go away here. Now, Edson Luis has extended that lead to about 2.5 seconds, but he could start running up on some lap traffic here before long, too. So that's definitely something to think about here, looking out of the front of Edson Luis's machine as he navigates through this twisty, turny part of the track here. A really tight right-hand turn right here, all the way around. That's like a almost 270 degrees there. Nice fast part of the track here. Coming out of the back of his machine, so he's extended that lead, but all it takes is one missed turn, and Edgelson Carnero is going to be right there. So 44 having a good night, though, Edson Luis. You're 16 laps in. Take a look at Edders Bagel here in the 12th position, coming back off pit lane after taking service. So that 82 car coming back out on the track in that Jack Daniels Chevy. And Eder is shown in the 12th spot. Take a look at Ismael Cobas here. He is running in the 11th position, trying to bounce back here. He had a pretty good starting position here, just got caught up, and he's just trying to play catch up here. Again, now it's shown in the 11th position, probably going to be hoping for some attrition here. Some guys getting knocked out or having some trouble to be able to climb back and get a few more positions. As I mentioned, man, Edson Luis coming up on some lap traffic here. Now that's Anderson Ferreira. You see him moving over there, being very, very kind. That's just savvy driving there by Anderson. I mean, I've said this before about some drivers. You know, they just are very track aware and very respectful too. Anderson realizes that at some point that may get repaid to him. But you know, you don't do it for that reason. You do it because, you know, that's just good track etiquette right there. Take a look at Neto Vidal here running in the 4th position. Now he's trying to climb back here, get closer to these guys and make a race of it. Now Neto is shown 34 seconds down, but he is running just behind Tiago Fassini, who's in 3rd. So you see that machine up there running in the 3rd position. Tiago Fassini, I believe, is running in the 23 car. He is running in 3rd. Looking out of the back of his machine, you can see Neto Vidal just behind. Very fun part of the track, isn't it? It's really not that hard of a track. I mean, it just takes practice, and you get a good race groove going down. But that sort of helps you out. But you definitely want to be very, very careful when you're coming through these turns. I mean, this is a situation where, like I said, things can get away from you in a hurry and really ruin your night. So Tiago Fassini having a good night here, running in the 3rd position. Neto Vidal shown in 4th. I tell you what, man, Elder Mueller continues just to plug away here. He's running in the 5th position. Now Wilson Rashid not too far behind. So this is a pretty tight battle here. So we're on board here with Wilson Rashid. Oh, he smacks the wall there. He missed that turn and smacks. That's hard into the wall right there. He's lost the wing and the nose cone on that machine. And that thing is on fire. Wilson Rashid, his car is on fire there. So he is getting over to the side. And I think the fire went out. No, I take that back, man. That car is definitely on fire there. And we see another tire there laying in the middle of the track back there. I'm not sure whose tire that was, but 47 car here. Big time damage for him. And he's coming down pit lane here to get some service, I believe. So tough break there for Wilson Rashid. Man, that's just too bad because he had a pretty solid night going there. See, he's already hit the wall right there. And that's just a tough break for Wilson Rashid. We'll take a look here, man, and he just overshoots the turn. Watch this, man. The thing just will not turn for him when he gets to this turn, and he's going to get into the wall. He just goes straight into the wall. Watch this, man. This is the 47 car, Wilson Rashid, who's had a big time accident. It's about the time we catch it at the first time here. We were looking at him, and he just sits straight into the wall there, and then that thing catches fire. So you see there's flames shooting out of the back of that car. So he is now on pit lane. Oh, my heavens, man. So that thing is all kinds of torn up right now for Wilson Rashid. So Edson Luis continue to lead the field here as the 47 car comes down pit lane. But that's tightened back up, man. I mean, 44 and the 09 of Edgerson Carnero. So the 44, Edson Luis, is the leader. But just behind him, Edgerson Carnero has really rallied to close that gap again and make this a tight race. just in front of them, you see Edders Mangle spins that car just in front of the leaders. So Edders Mangle spun the car just in front of our race leaders, and he is stuck there then. Not sure what's going on with the 82 car. It's like he's trying to get that thing back out. Oh, no, man. Yeah, you might as well knock the wing off of it, too. What the heck? They'll give you another one in the pits. Just knock the snot out of it. How about that, man? But this thing is tight now. This is the battle for the race lead. Edelson Carnero all over the back of Edson Luis. Look at this, man. Edelson Carnero in the second position. This is where you want to be really, really careful, man, because you can misjudge when somebody's going to brake. Watch this, man. You can also overshoot the turn and get into the wall. You can take both cars out. You got to be really careful there, and you see him back off. He realizes he's a little faster. Oh, he misses that turn just a little bit there. Edelson Carnero, we're on board here with him down with that lower frame. He's definitely missed a couple turns there and now falling back. So really, that's a good lesson to be learned. I know I've often said that, one thing can lead to another. You miss one turn, it can cause you to miss another and another and another. And it looks like that's what happened there to Edelson Carnero. So now he's falling back there a little bit, but he was really, really pressuring that 44 car. That 44 car almost clipped the wall right there. So here on lap 23, Edson Luis is the race leader. Edelson Carnero is second. Thiago Cassini shown in the third position. Neto Vidal is fourth. Michel Mendonça shown in the fifth position. Take a look at Neto Vidal running in the fourth spot. So that 21 car here having a good night, running in the fourth position. Pretty, he's got about 6 seconds or so before he gets up to our third place car, Thiago Cassini. This Anderson Ferreira and Ismael Colbus battling for position side by side. Anderson Ferreira there gives up a spot as Ismael Colbus gets by. So Anderson Ferreira shown in the 9th position now in that 86 car. Ismael Colbus is up to the 8th spot. Back up here with Neto Vidal as he's trying to close that gap on Thiago Cassini. So that's about 5 seconds right now. We'll check back in, kind of keep an eye on that. Take a look at Giulio Caligari in the 33 car here, shown in the 10th position in that Lowe's sponsored machine. Edelson Carnero is now the new race leader with Edson Luis coming down pit lane. So Edson Luis is on pit lane right now as he's coming back off pit lane after he's taken service. Giving up the race lead to Edelson Carnero. Pretty sizable lead here, so he'll probably be able to hold on to the second position. But don't forget that our leader, Edelson Carnero, that 09 car, still has to make a pit stop. So Edson Luis now back to the second spot. So the 09 of Edelson Carnero is our race leader. Edson Luis second. Thiago Cassini is third, and Thiago Cassini coming down pit lane here. So he's making a pit stop. Also, Neto Vidal on pit lane. So Those guys have made that pit stop coming back out on track. That's Tiago Fassini shown in the 4th position. Edgelson Canero is on pit lane. He's going to be taking some service, getting that car, getting some new tires and fuel. And Edson Luis may end up taking the lead here again, so he's right now running in 2nd as Edgelson Canero is on pit lane. You see him coming back on pit lane. Oh, man, Edson Luis hits the wall right there. Oh, my heavens. Oh, no. Man, he had just made a pit stop, and you saw that Edgelson Canero came off, back off the pits, back out of the pits there. And I think as he went by, maybe he just looked, checked his status, made sure that was who it was. And, oh, man, he's lost the wing on that car. Edson Luis spins that car. Oh, no. Let's watch this, man. He comes off past the pits. You see Edgelson Canero has come off the pits, and he just misses the turn right there. And I think, maybe, just a little moment of just a lapse of concentration right there, and Edson Luis misjudges that turn. Watch this, man. You see him coming off pit lane right there on the right side, and he's just going to miss this turn. And I think, part of it was probably just paying attention to where the 09 car was as the 09 car came off the track, or came back off pit lane, back onto the track. Oh, my heavens, man. What a big, big shakeup. Watch this. On board here with the 09 car. And he sees, oh, man, Edson Luis sliding right there past him. Take a look at this again here. Watch this, man. Oh, man. I don't know. That was an awful bit of luck here. Watch this. Just on the left side, you're going to see this 44 car slide by right here and then get into the wall. And it was just basically misjudging, just a moment, just a lapse of concentration right there, and then boom. So Edson Luis, big time shakeup. He is now on pit lane. Our new race leader is Edgelson Canero. And I'll tell you what, man, Michel Mendonça just keeps plugging away here, shown in the 2nd position. So as Edson Luis has trouble here, and he is on pit lane taking some extended service here. The 44 car, what a tough break for him. Take a look at Anderson Ferreira here, shown in the 8th position. He just keeps plugging away here too. He had some trouble there early on, lost a ton of positions, and now just trying to battle back, but shown in the 8th spot right now. Oh, look at that, man. Jair. He said, I hate this track. Oh, man. Hey, good. Thanks for joining us. Jair said he's going to sleep now. So, all right. Thanks for joining us, coming in, checking it out, joining in the chat. Oh, look at that. Here, Carlos Leite. Said, who put the magnetic walls on the track? I don't know, man. It's a tough track, that's for sure. About his Benor Silva trying to battle back after having a really tough break here. Oh, man, things get away from him. And he spins, able to hold on to it, but he makes a spin there. This is Yelder Mueller shown in the 4th position, and this guy just keeps plugging away too. So having a good night here is Elder Mueller, shown in 4th. Remember, he got a big win this year. So he's definitely in the points hunt here. We'll keep an eye on him. His teammate up here leading the field. Michelle Mendonça is second. Tiago Fassini is third. Elder Mueller shown in fourth, and Neto Vidal is fifth. Edson Luis, after taking service, has now gotten back up to the fifth position. He is one lap down, but man, he had a race going, didn't he? And then just one little misstep there, and unfortunately has now fallen back to the sixth position. He's just trying to play catch up now and hope that some of these other guys have trouble. This is a tough track here, man. You've got to make sure you're on your toes at every step as Edgelson Carnero goes by. There's Anderson Ferreira there coming by as well. Take a look at Ismael Colbus. He is shown in the ninth position. Ismael Colbus shown 2 laps down. Again, I would venture to say there's not a single guy out here who has not had some trouble tonight. So it's just a matter of bouncing back from adversity. Take a look at Tiago Fassini here running in the third position. He is starting to close in on Michelle Mendonça. So just ahead, Michelle Mendonça. So that battle's heating up there. So Tiago Fassini on board here with him. Take a look at Neto Vidal here running in the 21 car. Keep wanting to say 42 car because I know he runs the 42 in another series. But right now, running in the fifth position, and I feel pretty pleased considering some of the trouble that he's had to be in that top 5. Julio Caligari coming on pit lane here. He has got some wing problems there. He's going to have to get that front wing missing on that car. So he's definitely going to have to get some service done there. This Neto Vidal and Elder Mueller battling for position. Neto Vidal gets by, takes over the fourth position. Elder Mueller back to fifth. Tiago Fassini here continuing to climb up the field, now going to move up to the second position, so good news for him. Now in second as Michelle Mendonça comes down pit lane. So Michelle Mendonça on pit lane here, taking some service, and Tiago Fassini now up to the second spot. Well, continuing to lead the field is Edgelson Carnero in the 09 car. Hey, look at that. Clayton Perkins joining us there. Hey, Mr. Johnson, I don't know about you, but I am not looking forward to school starting again, buddy. I'll be honest with you, man. I want another month. Carlos Leite said too many bumps sliding in some of the turns, and definitely was on this track yesterday, giving it a try out and just to see what it was like. And there are definitely some bumps there. And I think the best bet for some of that, especially that big bump down the front stretch, is just get out of the gas and let it play out there, and don't get the car airborne, don't upset the balance of the car. That's basically what needs to happen there. Take a look at Ben Silva here in the 87 car. He is running in the 7th position. Don't forget, he had a ton of problems. So he and Michel Mendonça got together there racing for the lead. Both of those guys now trying to play catch up. Now Michel Mendonça is back up to the 3rd position, but Ben Silva is in 7th right now. Kind of give you a rundown here. Don't forget, man, coming up next week we'll be at Indianapolis road course there for 50 laps at the Indianapolis GP, the Grand Prix of Indianapolis. Following week is the Indy 500, 120 laps there at that famed oval. That's on August the 5th. But not to worry, man. Tonight we got a score to settle here in California. Want to say, hey, thanks for joining us here in sunny California. Now, actually, I'm in Indiana, but nonetheless, I can pretend like I'm in California, right? So you see Edgerson Canero has a pretty sizable lead over Tiago Fassini. Michel Mendonça in 2nd. Neto Vidal shown in the 3rd position. Elder Mueller is 4th. Edson Luis up to the 5th position. How about that, bouncing back from that trouble. Now in the top 5. But hey, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I always appreciate people coming out and watching the broadcasts. Big time fun. So here we got about 10 laps to go, and Edgelson Carnero has a huge lead right now over our 2nd place car, Tiago Fassini. Now is just to make sure you keep that baby on the track, don't get caught up in anybody else's deal, and you should be good to go. Take a look at this pass here. Edson Luis gets around Elder Mueller to take over the 5th position. Elder Mueller now back to 6th. So Edson Luis trying to fight back here after getting into the wall and having to take service. Anderson Ferreira here in that 86 car. Oh, he just loses the back into that back into that car a little bit, spins it around, keeps it off the wall. Good news for him, and he doesn't get any damage. So getting that car back out as Ismael Cobas goes by. Take a look here. Ismael Cobas just behind Anderson Ferreira. As Anderson Ferreira here spins this car, the thing just comes around on him. I mean, it really was not. It must be very, very slick through that part of the track. So the 09, our race leader. Tiago Fassini 2nd. Michel Mendonça is 3rd. Edders Magel here, slow on the track. Not sure what's going on with Edders Magel, but he is. We're going to get a good advertisement here from Edder. So he is in that overrun area, and that car is all torn up right now. So I'm not sure what happened to Edders Magel. Take a look and see what happened here. So he's obviously been into the wall there or something, because that thing is all torn up, and then he's just trying to, I don't know what he's doing there. He's trying to, look at this. Edder, you left half your car on the track, bro. He's missing a wheel, he's missing a front wing, he's missing the cone on the front, he's missing the back wing. Yeah, I hope he's still in the car. So that car is torn up. So the 09 of Edelson Carnero, the race leader. That car looks pretty good here as he's winding down this race and just really doesn't want to make any mistakes. It's really his race to lose at this point. Hey, Carlos Leite says, a nice image and sound. Very good broadcast as usual. Thanks so much, Carlos. I appreciate that, man. You're such a good friend, and appreciate all the work you do for IndyCar Brazil and the help you've given me in translating and so forth. You do a great job. Very nice guy, and I appreciate the compliments. Take a look at Giulio Caligari here trying to bounce back. He's in that 33 car, running in the 10th position. Now, he's shown 8 laps down, so he's had some multiple instances where he's had to come down pit lane to get some repairs done on that machine. Nonetheless, still plugging away. He's thinking big picture here fairly early in the season. You're only 4 races in here, and you're just trying to get as many points as you can. Tiago Fassini here running in the second spot. And I'll tell you what, man, behind him, Michel Mendonça is starting to close the gap. This is Michel Mendonça running in the 3rd spot. And he is closing in. I'll tell you, he's only about 4 seconds down. Well, just a little bit over that now, but about run anywhere from about 4 to 6 or 7 seconds down, depending on where we are on the track. But don't give up on this 3rd place car, Michel Mendonça. He may end up giving Tiago Fassini a run for his money. Yetters Magel there getting some Jack Daniels on pit lane. Here are 39 laps in, and Edelson Carnero is the race leader. Tiago Fassini 2nd. Michel Mendonça is 3rd. Edson Luis has bounced back to the 4th position. How about that? Neto Vidal shown in 5th. Man, I just can't believe this. Edson Luis, after having all that trouble here, has now bounced back to the 4th spot. So really got to be feeling pretty good here at this point, although I'm sure he wishes that he was on the lead lap here, closing into the race leader here and battling back with the race leader. But given that that's probably not going to be the case here unless Edelson has trouble and some of these other guys have trouble, you've got to be pretty happy with the 4th place right now. Here we are on lap 40, the race leader, Edelson Carnero, trying to keep that car clean. Bernard Silva bouncing back right now in the 7th position. That 87 car. I'll tell you what, man, Bernard Silva had a huge race last week at Alabama. Qualified 2nd and led 17 of 46 laps to come away with a huge race victory. So congratulations to the 87 car. Not having as good a luck tonight, man. That was a challenging track there at Alabama. But nonetheless, back up to the 7th spot here tonight. Trying to maybe gain a few more positions before the end of this race. So here on lap 41, the 09 in control. This is Ismael Colbus here running in the 8th position, trying to maybe get one of those laps back. He's running behind our race leader, so definitely want to pay attention to this. The 14 car here, trying to maybe get by here and see if he can't get one of those laps back. Very critical part right there, and you see the 09 wisely backs off and lets this 14 car go. So the 14, Ismael Colbus now back with just 1 lap down. And he can start maybe working on some of these other guys and trying to pick up a few more spots. Elber Mueller here shown in the 6th position, 1 lap down in that 02 as his teammate leading the field. So the 09 leading the field here. Tell you what, man, Tiago Fassini, Michele Mendonça starting to tighten up a little bit. Looking out the front of Michele Mendonça's machine, you can see Tiago Fassini up there. I mean, this is a little bit of a distance here. I mean, you're looking at a fair run, but if Tiago Fassini has just a little trouble, Michele Mendonça is there. Watch this, man, as Tiago Fassini goes by. See if we can't give you an idea how quickly Michele Mendonça's in the picture. So there goes Tiago Fassini, and there's Michele Mendonça. So that is not a lot of space, boys and girls. And you see Tiago Fassini, they're having a little trouble there getting around the 87 car. So all he has to do is just miss a couple turns, and you're only talking right now at about 3 seconds, 4 seconds gap between the two of them. There's a little bit more lap traffic to be had here. So we're on board here with Tiago Fassini. Closing out the race here. Oh, you see right there, a little bit of a bobble just ahead of him. It's a pretty tight battle right there for the 2nd position. At least tightening up. It's about 4 seconds. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 2 laps to go. The 09 of Edelson Carneiro is the race leader. He's got a 34-second lead. And I'll tell you, man, that battle behind is now down to about 2 seconds. So there's 2 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line for Edelson Carneiro. Michele Mendonça shown in the 3rd spot here, and he is closing in on Tiago Fassini. He can see him. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to go here. I got to go, go, go. Man, these guys are just flying around this track right now. It's easy to get this car out of whack here, too. Get it away from you. Lose control of it here, especially once you start seeing some other guys here where you might be able to make a pass and gain position. Tiago Fassini shown in the 2nd position down there on that lower frame. So he's trying to hold on to that spot. He realizes Michele Mendonça is right there. 2 seconds separate those 2 guys. On the 2nd and 3rd, Edelson Carneiro is the race leader. He has a pretty comfortable lead, about 32 seconds right now. And he's just being really, really cool. So the time gap is actually diminishing between 2nd and 1st, but he's got such a huge lead here that he's just going to play it safe. He's got 1 lap to go in the 09. But that battle for the 2nd spot is heating up. Look at that, man. That is tight right there. Edelson Carneiro, the race leader. The last lap here. Can he hold on, man? Get a screenshot a little bit early there. Here we go. That's my safety screenshot, man, just in case I can't get one after the race. Give a brother a break. The 09 here, man, taking her pretty easy. Down that front stretch. The 09 of Edelson Carnero. Coming away with a huge, huge race win at a very, very tough track. Tiago Fassini, man, can he hold on? Michel Mendonça dropped back there, so it looks like Michel Mendonça not going to be able to close that gap, and he retired his machine. I don't know, he must have had some trouble there at the end. So what a tough break there for him. But Edelson Carnero, what a huge win for that 09. Man, that was a tough track. Had to be up on the wheel the whole night, man. There was no time to rest. He was going to do a burnout, but he didn't want to turn on him. See Tiago Fassini finishing in the second position. Michel Mendonça is third. Edson Luis finishes in the fourth position. Neto Vidal fifth. What a tough track here, man. Really, credit goes to all these drivers here for plugging away and really, staying with it to finish out this race. And some of these guys had big-time problems and were able to battle back here and get really pretty decent finishes. Michel Mendonça, Edson Luis, all ones that really jump off out at me here that had some trouble there early on and were able to bounce back. All right, Edelson Carnero joins us up here in the booth with Elder Mueller doing some translating tonight. So thanks, Elder, and congratulations, Edelson.
Parabéns aí, Edilson, pela vitória.
Valeu, obrigado a todos. Parabéns aí para quem completou, né?
He congratulates all the pilots that complete the race. That was a difficult race.
Yeah, it looked like this track was really bumpy, and the turns, there wasn't really any place to make an error here because you could be in the wall very quickly. And really, what was the strategy going in, knowing that you could really get into the back of somebody after they spun around and you couldn't even see them because they were around the wall? What was the strategy from your perspective to be able to keep that car pretty clean?
Dilson, ele comenta que a pista é bem difícil, que não permite, não tem margem para erro, porque os muros estão bem perto. E pergunta qual foi tua estratégia para conseguir aí se manter na liderança e se manter sem cometer erros.
Na largada eu fiquei só mantendo a distância, né, pros 4 pilotos da frente. Só, assim, tentar não errar e esperar uma oportunidade, né, para poder passar. E eu lembro que eu fiquei disputando com o Edson Luiz o primeiro stint inteiro, colado. Como sempre, ele muito bom piloto e foi uma disputa bem limpa. Não consegui passar e a estratégia ali foi tentar passar ele no box. Então assim que eu vi ele entrando no box, aí eu fiz uma volta mais rápida, né? Assim, tentei fazer uma volta mais rápida para sair na frente, na minha parada. Mas aí na minha parada de box, quando eu saí, eu vi que não ia dar, né? Eu ia voltar atrás dele, mas ele talvez deixou para frear muito bem, porque acabou tocando os pneus e ficou para trás. Senão certamente a gente ia disputar aí até o final da prova. Não tenho dúvida disso.
He says that at the start of the race, he didn't force it so much. He only followed the four players, the four pilots, and the pilots was having problems. He fight so much during the first stint with Edson Luiz, fight hard. He congratulates Edson Luiz for being fast and clean pilot. He didn't achieve to pass him in the track. Then when Edson stopped to refuel, he tried to make a fast lap and stop in the next lap. But when he get out of the pits, Edson is still in front. But in the first corner, Edson committed an error. Maybe he braked so close to the turn, and Edson passed him and assumed the leader. And if Edson didn't make this mistake, the race will be too many hard for him.
You know, you just read my mind, Edelson, about that incident with Edson Luis when you came off pit lane. It looked like maybe he had just maybe just a moment of lapse of concentration, seeing that you were coming off pit lane and he missed the turn. You had to be pretty surprised as he came by there pretty quickly on your left side and then spun just in front of you. But you read my mind there, and it just goes to prove that this track, if you're not really concentrating at all times, the car can really get away from you in a hurry.
Edilson, ele diz que ele teve a mesma opinião, ele diz que você leu a mente dele com relação ao Edson. Ele acha também que o que aconteceu foi isso, que ele perdeu um pouco da concentração ali quando viu você saindo, e aí perdeu o ponto da freada e custou ali a vitória para ele, ou pelo menos a disputa ali contigo. Enquanto você conseguiu se livrar, até mesmo você saindo, e quando viu que ele errou ali, eu acho que você já vinha concentrado ali para seguir, para acompanhar, e de repente ele erra, então você manteve sua concentração ali, conseguiu se manter no traçado e passou.
Isso mesmo. E depois disso eu vi que eu tava já a 20 segundos, se não me engano, do segundo. Aí foi tentar concentração, né? Porque eu passei muito tempo correndo sozinho, e aí sozinho é muito mais fácil a gente errar do que disputando, né? Aí foi levantar um pouco o pé e concentração mesmo para não errar, e observar também os retardatários para de repente não pegar um carro batido ou alguma coisa assim. E foi isso, né? Levar o carro para casa aí. Eu tô com a primeira etapa, eu não participei, e tentar aí uma caminhada de recuperação aí, para ver se eu consigo chegar no final do campeonato com chance ainda de disputar.
He says that after the incident with Edson Luiz. The problem was to maintain the concentration. He was a little slower and careful to don't commit errors and bring the car to the finish lane.
Well, you came in tonight in the 7th position, and a big race win will move you up in the standings. And of course, Elder, you had a good, you came in tonight high up in the standings as well, and had a pretty good finish there in the sixth place. Have to feel pretty good about that with your teammate winning the race as well.
I always feel good when my mate wins. I was very sad because he was having so many poor results, but we still in the start of the championship. I think that is the beginning of the championship still. Then he have chances to fight to the title. It's important to some points, and I stay much happy when he wins. I like to add the comment that that issue in the pits. It's so difficult. Even the training, we lose the concentration easily when one pilots issue the pits. When we have to make the turn one fast. I committed several mistakes in the trains. I think too that is what happens with Edson.
Yes, I think that is a difficult turn. It's not a turn that looks difficult, but it is a very difficult turn because you're going at such a high speed and you have to make that hard left-hand turn. Well, hey, man, you got Indianapolis Grand Prix coming up next week. How do you guys feel about that track?
Edilson, próximo desafio aí, Indianápolis. O que você acha aí que vai vir dessa pista?
É uma pista boa, bem diferente, né, dessas que a gente tem corrido aqui até agora, né, não tem tantos muros, então acho que vai ser bem disputado, Eu particularmente não tenho um bom histórico nessa pista não, esperar o acerto sair aí para poder treinar um pouco e pontuar, né, o esquema aqui vai ser pontuar aí até o final.
He says that it's a good track. It's different that the best tracks we have only the wall, the oval wall. Then we have area for escape from problems. Then it's a good track, but he wasn't so lucky in this track. In the past, but he will wait the setup, and he expects to train harder to sum as much points as he gets.
Well, congratulations, Edilson. Parabéns, and good luck to you. Boa sorte the rest of the season.
Parabéns aí, Edilson. Isso não precisa traduzir, não, né?
Beleza, valeu.
Hey, I'm practicing my Portuguese.
He's better than my English.
No, not even close. You do a great job, Elder, and I thank you so much for coming up here and doing this every week. That means so much to me.
Thanks. Forgive me for my mistakes in the English, but I'm only studying, and I try to make the better that I can.
It's nothing that a long bike ride won't cure, right? All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Till the next week.
All right, that's Edelson Carnero and Elder Mueller joining us up here in the broadcast booth, and good to see him. I always like to keep up with Elder and on Facebook there. He's doing some bike rides and so forth. It's kind of cool to see his, where he goes, and he puts that on there. That's pretty neat. So, and again, thanks so much to Elder for coming up here and doing the interpretation for me, translating for us. He does a great job. So what a great race it was, man. You see Tiago Fassini battled back for the second position. Michel Mendonça finishes in third. Edson Luis, talking about battling back, man. He had a ton of problems there. Battles back to the fourth position. Neto Vidal in fifth. Elder Mueller, Benor Silva, Ismael Cobas, Anderson Ferreira, and Julio Caligari rounding out the top 10 here tonight. Oh, hey, coming up on Wednesday, man, we got a big one. Ironman Racing Series at Iowa. 157 laps there at that track, man. I was out on that track last night just trying it out. Very bumpy and, short track. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing. And, of course, with the tire rule, always an interesting race there in the Ironman Racing Series. So that's coming up on Wednesday, July the 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you join us. It's race number 6 in the 2019 Season C, that third season of 2019, so it should be a great, great race. And coming up on Friday will be a New Hampshire Motor Speedway for 2 40-lap heat races and an 80-lap feature race. The High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series will be back in action for race number 8 in the 2019 summer season. Man, there's been some great racing going on there Friday nights. If you're interested in doing some stock car racing and don't have anything else to do on a Friday night, man, make sure you go out, get the content there on Steam, and you can do 2 40-lap heat races and an 80-lap feature race. Very fun. Coming up on Saturday, the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action for 207 laps at New Hampshire. This is open setups, so guys will be tweaking on those setups as the race goes on. And the track changes and so forth to try to stay on top of it. So very interesting racing there coming up on Saturday, July the 27th. Racing starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, I mentioned we're going to be at Indianapolis next week, the road course, the Grand Prix of Indianapolis, 50 laps there on July the 29th. And then 120 laps at Indianapolis 500 to the Oval on August the 5th. So we're going to be in Indy for a little while, man. Hey, I get to sleep in and get a drive to the course only about 40 minutes away from me. So it's going to be good, man. I enjoy both those tracks. I think, of course, I really love the Indianapolis 500. Pretty easy to drive there. But nonetheless, I like that Grand Prix, that road course there at Indy as well. So that's going to be a fun track. And as Elder and Edelson had talked about, there's some opportunity there to really keep your car clean. Even if you have a mistake, you got a lot of area there where you can overrun and still not really get any damage on your car. So that's good news, compared to what we had tonight where any mistake and you're into the tire barrier or into the wall. So you won't see that next week. Tonight's race has been brought to you by IndyCar Brazil. You want to do some IndyCar racing? You want to do some stock car racing? These guys race on Monday nights, sometimes on Thursday nights, I believe, but mostly on Monday nights. This IndyCar Brazil Indy Z-Car Series is every Monday night, so definitely give those guys a look. That's IndyCar Brazil. You can go on Google there and type in IndyCar Brazil, and you'll find their website and surf to that and check them out. I want to say thanks so much to Sullivan Gardena and all the crew here at IndyCar Brazil for making me feel so welcome, and greatly appreciate it, man. It's been a lot of fun doing these races with these guys, and really have gained some great friends along the way here with them, and I look forward to doing some more races with them. Thanks so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and checking out. If you like what you see, man, please hit the thumbs up button. You can also share these videos with your friends, and you can subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Appreciate you doing that if you would. And share them with your friends. Tell them to come out, subscribe, and you can, of course, watch the races. What a big win it was for Edgelson Carnero, man. He just stayed on top of it. He realized everybody's going to have some mistakes. Just a matter of bouncing back here at this track and try to keep your car as clean as possible. But he does a great job. I want to say, hey, thanks so much for coming out and joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I greatly appreciate it, man. We're in sunny California, so guess what we're going? We're going to the beach. And we're going to check out the California girls here in Long Beach. And hopefully we won't get in trouble. And maybe Edders Mango will bring along his bottle of Jack Daniels. And then, oh, wait a minute. Did I say we shouldn't get in trouble? Well, okay, don't bring that. Oh, hey, thanks for coming out, man. Greatly appreciate everybody joining in here at IndyCar Brazil with TurnLeft TV. I always enjoy bringing you these races. Hey, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you next time. I'm out of here.